Welcome, everyone, to Audiolosophy. This is a podcast where we talk about music, philosophy, and anything related to sound waves. My name is Serge, and I would like to thank you for joining me on this awesome adventure. Before we get into our show, I'd like to thank our sponsors, True Force Fitness Wear, inspiring you to be the best version of yourself every single day, both physically and mentally. And now you too can own a piece of True Force Fitness Wear clothing. If you use the promo code at checkout labeled AudioForce, you will get 10% off your purchase. And make sure to like them and follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our second sponsor, Zetnom Sounds, your audio and visual specialist supporting the scene since 2010. They got some cool shit out there. On today's episode, we have one of my favorite persons in the whole world, Forbes. I've known Forbes for a while. We've played in a couple bands together. We have a lot of good conversations today. We learn about cultural appropriation. We talk about plagiarizing. So give it up for my good friend, Forbes. All right.
Oh, by the way, I don't want to do the Oakland story.
Okay.
I know you mentioned that, but I don't really want to talk.
After watching Black Panther.
Yeah, man.
You know, I already hit record, so everyone's
some...
gonna be like, "What the Oakland story?"
What?
It's rolling.
Oh, we're going?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What's Oakland?"
What?
Everyone's gonna be like, "What's the Oakland story?"
Yeah, it was. You're not gonna edit this. You didn't give me a proper introduction or anything.
No, I'm gonna do the proper introduction by myself.
Okay, I see. So you are gonna edit it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can just cut out the Oakland part, so no one knows about.
No, I'm gonna leave that in. I'm gonna let people wonder.
Okay, we'll just wonder about it then.
Who else was there?
We're talking about Oakland because of
Black Panther.
Because Wakanda. Wakanda forever. The Wakanda Community Project in Oakland. Very cool.
You know, I got so excited because I thought that was real for a minute.
You thought it was real?
No.
Wakanda or?
No, I'm like, man, I wish there was something in Oakland like that, you know, like 3 buildings where you can go and check out like some high-tech shit.
Oh, I know, right? I'm sure they're probably starting it. I actually did read that they were like Marvel, they made so much money off of Black Panther that they're actually going to build a real, I mean, probably not like fucking vibranium fucking technology from the future, but some cool shit for kids, probably learn how to like code and use computers. And,
that'd be cool. Yeah, because I know they do that a little bit. Oh, they're probably partnering. God, I forgot.
They probably won't tear down 3 like blocks of buildings like they did in the movie, but they'll probably build like a little, you know, just buy a little office space. Probably.
Dude, I love that movie. That movie had everything. Armored rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
Can't complain.
Yep. It was pretty fucking solid.
Yeah.
But you're going to edit this right, and you're going to chop everything up and place them in certain locations that make me sound cooler, right? That's what I'm assuming is what we're doing here.
No. Well,
I'm highly disappointed. I think I need to talk to my agent and reevaluate this meeting. So the podcast is going to start Oakland. Yeah. This is how it starts.
Pretty much.
Just Oakland.
Oakland. I mean, we were talking pretty much, and I'm like, we should just start recording because then we're just going to keep talking without.
I know. That's cool. It's basically like we're just hanging out talking, and, you know, let's not even
acknowledge the microphones.
Yeah, let's just stop talking about it and just talk.
Yeah, let's not acknowledge the microphones, but make sure you're talking to them,
even though they're in front of my face. No, but thanks for having me here.
Yeah, dude.
Musicology, right?
No, audiolosophy.
See, we're gonna edit that and make that sound cooler.
No, we're not. Fuck,
musicology.
Dude. Yeah. No, audiolosophy.
Oh, audio.
Now there's gonna be like a competitor, and he's gonna come out with some shitty name like musicology.
No. We're gonna copyright that. Musicology in Oakland, California.
Musicology.net.
There you go. We're gonna reserve that domain. But
.org.
Yeah, I'm down. I love talking about music. It's
really dude.
On easy like Sunday morning, and we're drinking some coffee. Gonna talk about music. Those are my 2 favorite things.
Coffee and music. You stopped coffee for a minute. I remember that.
I did. It's a dark time in my past, so I don't want to talk about it. Let's not bring that up. No, yeah, I was drinking green tea for a bit, which is cool too. Yeah, I was just I think I just had way too much caffeine, was pounding it for like a few years.
Yeah.
My adrenaline levels were just like always on like 7.
I remember that.
Yeah, I must have been a handful at the time.
You weren't. You were still chill.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still adjusting the microphone levels.
Okay. Yeah, I saw you messing with that, so
Yeah, we're still pretty low.
figured I'd stop before we miss some gold.
You keep talking. Just keep normal. I'll do it on air.
Okay.
I've been doing this for life.
Flow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, dude, what have you been up to?
Shit. Trying to make music when I can. You know, we got Triple Zally, which is something I'm still doing. You know, we're not as active as before because, you know, as everyone else is doing at this time, I think we're all #adulting at this time.
Like at a certain...
Daddy Sergio, I think he knows what I mean.
Yeah. Dude, I don't do anything. I just sit home and watch kids' TV. I love it. I love kids' TV, yeah.
That's how it goes?
Yeah.
Yo Gabba Gabba?
No, not yet. He's too...
No?
I don't know.
He hasn't gotten to that level?
No, not yet.
Wow. I didn't know Yo Gabba Gabba was like advanced.
I think, well...
Is that later down the line? Like you start off soft with like Blue's Clues, and is Blue's Clues even still a thing? I don't even know, man.
I don't know. We only stick to baby first TV, which I know a lot of people are going to give me shit for, like, you put your baby in front of TV. No.
Oh.
But we do very, like...
It's called baby first. Why would you not put your baby
first
in front of the TV?
Yeah, dude.
That's
like,
just
I was
deceiving.
raised in front of the TV, right? That's my whole life.
I see. So maybe
TV.
we should go a different route with Leo then. Just kidding.
I think I turned out fine.
I'm just messing with you. You're perfect. Leave him in front of the TV. Keep it going.
But like usually what I use the TV for him when like if I need to change his diaper or like get him to just like be distracted for like a couple seconds.
Him. I see.
Be like, "Oh, look, TV." I
Okay.
gotta wait for the commercial to end. I mean,
see.
yeah.
So baby, what is that? Is it just like
It's like a baby station.
it's like other babies on TV or what's going on? Like,
Apparently it's
I have
like
no idea.
like super baby programming for like young babies.
Super baby.
Not super baby.
Like a superhero?
My bad.
I'm imagining a baby.
No, it's
with
like
a
it's like
cape.
there's like a little baby like playing peekaboo with something or you know,
Okay.
kind of like simple TV.
Wow.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to achieve,
Crazy.
which
so
is
Yo
weird.
Gabba Gabba is more like
I think that's more for like for a kid that kind of understands a little bit more of what's happening.
okay. Gotcha.
Because
I think you can actually show Leo anything at this point because he's not going to retain anything.
no, that's true.
So you can play like Clockwork Orange or
But
like
actually, we can't.
Halloween and just like it's all good.
He doesn't. He has preferences.
Oh wow.
So like, I'll try to watch TV or something. He'll get mad at me because it's not what he wants to watch.
Yeah.
And same with Ash. Like she'll try to watch 90 Day Fiance.
What? 90 Day Fiance.
It's some TLC show.
Ah, I see.
She likes the cringe.
And Leo doesn't like that.
No,
Okay.
he's like put cartoons on
I see.
or something. You know, something colorful. Not
He's like, put baby first on.
pretty much. And then he gets super distracted. I'm like, all right, cool, diaper change.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, he's gonna be a handful already. He's already a handful.
He's chill though. Well, from my experience,
Yeah, I mean,
he's like a chill baby. Like, he just hangs out. He doesn't cry like crazy. Well, from what I've seen,
Yeah.
when I've hung out with him, he's not like super like bouncing off the walls or super fussy. Like, he seems like, you know, he's just chill. He's like, you know, just like I could fist bump him or something. Like, what's up, dude?
he was like that.
I see. Okay.
And now he's
He
everywhere.
saw too much 90 Day Fiance.
Pretty much. Now he wants to go everywhere.
It's on the go.
Yeah, like we have to. It's pretty much having a little puppy, kind of.
Don't say that.
But I mean, he just crawls
This is recorded,
everywhere.
Sergio. Don't say that. Ashley, I'm sorry.
Her
If
words.
you're listening, you didn't mean it.
Her words. Yeah, so he'll just crawl and just go everywhere, and then like we just what we do is we just let him play in his little area, and if he goes too far or touches something he shouldn't be touching, just pick him up, and be like, no, don't do that.
Nice.
Move him over because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the concept of no, so you just
Okay.
can't say no to him.
Gotcha.
He doesn't know. He's he's a
Well, you got to start him young.
yep
Just
exactly.
get that association going.
Yeah. So I mean, he's a handful because it's it's a numbers game when you really think about it. You just got to keep trying him. Eventually, he'll get to it. He can't retain knowledge as well as we can.
Gotcha.
He's like I said, he's pretty much like an untrained animal.
I get what you're saying. I mean, we are just all animals when it comes down to it. So there's some basic things that are going to be there. Like, it is in ways, I think, it works for any animal. Like, you can do reward and punishment. So he does something good, you give him like some kind of like, some good food or, like a bowl of mac and cheese. And he's like, I'm stoked, right? He does something bad and you yell at him really loud and aggressive tone and just be like, I'm not doing that again. I don't want that to happen to me again, which is...
Yeah. He doesn't understand aggressive tones yet either.
I think, doesn't everyone?
Oh, he does a little bit, but even be like, hey...
You don't need to understand it. You just feel it.
Well, he looks at me, smiles, and then goes back to what he was doing.
You got to put your foot down, Sergio.
That's when I'll pick him up and move him.
You're his papa, not his friend.
Damn it.
You got to plant that foot tree. Like, put it in the ground, get those roots in there, plant your foot down.
Is that an airplane?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Okay. Sorry.
SJ Airport is the closest thing around here.
I wasn't sure what that was.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, well. Anyways.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, he's a cool kid. But
oh, sorry. So what... I hope you don't mind talking about Leo.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, I think it is pretty interesting because I want a
interesting.
mini-me of my own one day. But are there certain things that you're gonna like introduce him to at like a young age? Like, I mean, you have the power to influence everything for him. So, is there certain things or like even like TV shows, like like Yo Gabba Gabba? I think is cool because was it Mike Park?
No, Aquabats.
Aquabats.
I forget his name. The front man. Oh.
It wasn't Mike Park?
No, it wasn't Mike Park.
Okay.
Aquabats.
Aquabats. Yeah, part of that, right?
Yeah, because it's the same guy, the front man and the show creator, the same person.
Yeah, so he's like a producer, right?
Yeah, so if you see like the costumes they wear, same ones they bring out to shows.
It's influenced by the Aquabats.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so dope. That's cool. This is just so awesome.
Yeah, so like I do want to show him Yo Gabba Gabba eventually.
Yeah.
And Aquabats Super Show.
Yeah, get a hint of like those influences in there,
Yeah.
Have him learn anything. He won't even know it.
Straight out of Compton.
There you go.
But you know what? He loves music.
Awesome.
He loves music. So we have a smart speaker, so we can just play whatever we want.
Yeah.
And so we'll play. Well, someone will be holding him and music going. He'll just look at it and stare at the speaker. And then let's say if someone kind of like walks in front of the speaker, he'll push him out of the way.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's cool. I love it because he loves music. And so what I do is, because you and I, we don't really practice with metronome, right? You practice with metronome?
No, not too often.
Yeah.
I mean, just like if I'm going to record or something, or like I know I'm going to the studio, probably try to keep it a little more solid, but no, not really.
So with him, I'm not sure if this is going to work or not, but like when we're listening to music and like I'm carrying him, I always pat the beat on him.
Oh, nice. Just
so he can like associate a patting with, maybe develop some internal rhythm. Or some
that's
shit.
True.
And I'll notice sometimes like we'll be listening to music and he'll actually go on beat a little bit.
Nice.
I'm like, oh shit,
he's
awesome. Learning.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's cool to see it like that he's picking it up.
Yeah,
he's responding well to it. So, what does he dig?
Dead Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys.
Like
California Uber Isles. Or...
He actually loves everything.
He loves everything.
He loves everything. He doesn't dislike anything.
Wow.
Because I know Ash will show him like because her music's a little bit. I would say her music's more diverse than mine.
Okay.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But like she'll show him K-pop, Hawaiian music.
Wow.
Top 40 dance.
Awesome. So he's getting the full experience.
He's getting the full experience, and I'll be like, "Oh, here's some Funkadelic, Leo."
Nice.
Here's just whatever what I grew up on.
That's awesome. Well, that's good to get him exposed to that young, so he'll be kind of familiar with all those sounds. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah,
and then we'll throw on some like Spanish music too, just whatever's out there for him to learn. Because like I don't want him to be I want him to enjoy it all.
Yeah, that's an awesome environment to grow up in, and I mean, you want to teach them to be like open-minded,
Yeah.
So I think that is subconsciously showing them all these things, that there's different parts of the world, and this sound comes from here and this sound comes from there. Like, you might not even have to say it, you can just hear it. Like, this is from somewhere else, this is something new.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Good on you. But
Damn.
okay, anyways,
Even with
on.
food.
Oh.
Food's, he's like that too. He'll try anything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think that's more on Ash's part too, because she grew up eating like fish eyes and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
Real Filipino.
Wow. Babies can eat that?
And he's not eating that yet.
That's
but,
allowed? Oh, okay.
But she's gonna, she's training him, like, she doesn't shy him away from anything.
Okay.
So I know some people are like, oh, don't introduce him to, I don't know, like chayote. Yeah, he's too young
What's
for
that?
it. It's a type of squash.
Oh,
I'm not sure if
okay.
it's chayote or chayote. There's
Gotcha.
T-E at the end.
Is that like super like hot or spicy?
No, it's just like a not common squash around here.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it's just something that most people won't eat or
Too
something.
much flavor for him.
Yeah, it's like, I don't understand that flavor. You're
It's
not
gonna get
having
lost in the sauce.
So yeah, we really want to, I guess you could say, raise them with an open mind, like you said.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's important, especially in this culture that we're growing up in with so much division. It's good
Horrible.
to have an open mind. So might
Yeah.
as well start them as young as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way things are going anyway. It's like a push and a pull. We have all this division, but at the same time we have, all this openness to new things going on with like all this new technology and all that stuff. So it's kind of like it's becoming a part of our culture. So I think that's why. Also,
Yeah.
naturally, there's like the opposite spectrum. It's like it's both going on two extremes at once.
Yeah, this world's getting very connected now.
Yeah,
'cause we're-
exactly.
Yeah, and you can't push it away because that's where we're going.
That's the side we want Leo on. We don't want him on the other side. And anyone for that matter.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, right. Like having a kid really changes how you view the world.
Uh-huh.
It's really weird.
For sure, I bet.
It's like, oh, well, I don't like. It's hard to explain, but it's. How do
That
we
was
say
so
it?
cliche.
I know it is. It's so cliche, but that's why it's a cliche.
It's like you won't understand.
Like, it's just
until
hard
you're there.
It's just
It's
hard to
different,
understand.
but you'll never know until you have one of. I've heard it before, Sergio.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, so how have you guys been? I know I did. The recordings you sent me, I couldn't listen to them.
Oh, the music.
The music you sent me, I couldn't listen
What
to them. They're Apple format,
What do you have?
Android.
You can't even play it? I thought it was like an MP4.
No, it's an M4A.
M4A?
Yeah,
Does the A stand for Apple?
maybe.
I never knew that.
Music for Apple. Let's see, what does
My
M4A
bad.
stand for?
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
But yeah, we were talking about what I've been up to. So yeah, Triple Alley is one thing. Kind of less active, but we still have songs. We just recorded a small EP that we just put out. It's on Spotify.
I heard.
Yeah.
It's on Tidal too.
Yeah, I think it's on everything.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
weird.
this thing that just it puts us on YouTube, Amazon, you name it, we're on there.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty cool service that does this. I think it's called DistroKid.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one to check out, and it's only like an annual fee too.
Oh, how much?
Not much because I barely notice. And it's once a year, so it just comes out of my account. It says DistroKid. I think it's like $30 a year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so that's pretty sick, and it also gives you like some special features on Spotify. I think that only they can offer. Like you can edit more crap on it, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we just put out EP. This 3-song EP. We recorded it in Sacramento with our buddy out there. So
Oh, nice.
that came out pretty good. I'm also making this music we're referring to some music with my friend Derek. It's more of like some chill, like dream pop, kind of indie sounding music that we're working on. Still at the beginning stages, but honestly, I don't mind playing some of that on here if we can,
Yeah.
just to get the vibe out. And
Yeah, you can send it to me, and then
to share
I'll edit it and put it in.
yeah, cool.
Yeah. And then we could listen to it after we're done.
Sweet. I'm pretty excited about it. It's a little different. I mean, I've always been into like this type of music too.
Yeah.
So it's cool to like have an outlet for that. We're still looking for like a few more people to collaborate on or figure out which direction we're heading on. You know, we're just kind of doing it for fun, purely for the fun of it. So we'll see if we can. We have a few people that are interested in possibly drumming. No real leads on like a vocalist. Although I don't know if we've been even actively trying to look. We're just kind of, yeah. So if you know anyone, feel free to shoot them my way.
I know too many people.
That's good. That's better than where we're at.
Usually when you try to find like members like that, because I know you're like the only other person I know besides like me that starts bands like, you know, just for shits and giggles, you know, for fun and just to have fun and stuff. Because not many people do that.
Ah.
Like,
So
have
why
you noticed
are they
that?
starting band?
But like, have you noticed like not a lot of people will like branch out to do other stuff and just,
like being like proactive.
yeah, like there's there's musicians like you know go into that and just make music and you just do it.
Yeah,
and you don't care about the genre. You just want to you interpret the genre yourself and you know put yourself into it, which I enjoy because that's what I try to do too.
Yeah. And I think that's why we get along so well.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about music, and I think this is why it's perfect we get to talk about music right now. Because when me and you talk about music, it's like, I don't know,
we understand each other.
Yeah, we go crazy. And it's cool to be able to like go like that in depth. You know, there's some people you talk to, they talk about music, and it's very like a surface level thing. It's like, I'm in this band and it's cool, you know, or, you know, I you know, whatever, like, you know, it's something I do like every now and then, or, you know, it's just it seems like kind of like a whatever thing, almost like it's on the back burner, which is, you know, kind of odd. And it's like, why even do something if you're not like really into it? So, yeah.
Yeah. Did you see that? Did you listen to the music I sent you? That Japanese band?
I did.
They're interesting, weren't they?
Yeah.
I showed Dylan because when I heard that song, I totally thought of Dylan. Do you know the Flatliners?
The who?
Flatliners?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's like, that's totally Flatliners. Like kind of the rhythm and how they do it. And he got super excited. It was weird.
Nice.
I don't know why I was bringing that up. I had a connection, but I forgot what the connection was.
Well, from what I recall, I remember listening to it. And I definitely got like a pop punk vibe out of it. Those kind of rhythms. It was like, you know, had those vocals that were kind of like, more in like the higher, hitting some higher notes, like a soprano or something. And it really reminded me of anime. I mean, I don't know if it's just because they were speaking Japanese, but kind of the energy it had reminded me of like some anime, like theme, like some Gundam fighter music. Like that's all I could imagine while I was listening to it, like lasers and giant robots.
It was interesting. I like bringing them up now because, well, one, when I heard them, like, because I was going through kind of like a musical funk.
Gotcha.
I think a lot of musicians go through that where they just kind of like, it just kind of dips on them and they don't know. And they hit me back and it was, you know, I heard them like, this is inspiration here. Like I haven't felt this in a long ass time. And that's why I shared it with you, Dylan, Miguel, Paul, and
nice, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Awesome.
And who else? Oh god, I'm gonna one more person, but I forgot who.
Okay.
I think Razvir.
Oh, cool.
But like Razvir didn't like, you know.
He wasn't digging it.
No, he digs it, but he doesn't really talk like he's not a punk Japanese punk kind of guy, you know.
But I am.
You're a little bit more.
I'm actually Filipino, man. Are you misinterpreting? I'm not a Japanese punk. You understand that, right?
Neither is Dylan.
You never know.
I don't know.
It's there in spirit.
I played music with all you guys, but
Gotcha.
I guess Razvir is my least musically compatible person because he's more of a metalhead.
Oh,
you know?
He's more on like that spectrum.
Yeah, he's on that spectrum of the thing.
Gotcha.
I just sent him like, dude,
it's
like
not gnarly enough.
he's gonna hear this. He'd be like, "What do you say? Have me on the podcast now."
I just called him gnarly. You're welcome, Razvir.
But no, like I don't know. It's I was going through musical funk and I saw that and it awoken something back in me. I'm like, man, cool. I kind of got mad a little bit because I know I can't play music right now. That's why I'm doing all this podcast, because I miss you guys.
Oh, I see.
And
Thanks for
this is
having
my
me.
You're welcome. No, thank you. This is my outlet,
It's cool.
because like I can't play music. I don't have time to dedicate to playing in a band, do all this. But I have like a couple hours in the morning on the weekends to talk to you guys.
Cool, yeah.
That's my goal. But yeah, it was inspiration. I'm like, fuck.
Nice.
Fuck. And I just kept saying that over and over again. I'm like, why do you show me this band? Right? And she's like, why? What's wrong with it? I'm like, it's too good.
Who showed you it?
Ash.
Oh, Ash showed
Yeah.
it to you.
So what
Nice.
happened was she was listening to her baby metal station.
Okay.
And then that band popped up, and I'm like, who is this? She's like, I don't know. And she looked at him, I'm like,
I see.
this band's amazing.
Yeah.
And she was like, why? I'm like, shh, I just want to listen.
I will say I liked the guitar solos.
Yeah.
They had some like crazy like shredding like solos, which is not really common
In that
in
music.
this type of music. You know,
Yeah.
it's always more like riffy, based on rhythms.
Yeah.
So when they pulled out like some solos, it's like, okay,
I think they
Okay.
did their research, because if you look at their because I looked up some of their music videos and shit, and they had like the reggae flag and all this other stuff. Like,
reggae.
yeah,
They play reggae.
they're like a ska punk band, like a ska pop punk band. Yeah,
that's right.
yeah,
It's coming back to me now.
yeah,
Sorry, it's been a while since I listened to it.
yeah. They're like a ska punk pop punk band
What are
from
they
Japan.
called?
Wanama. Wanama.
Wanima.
Wanama or Wanima. I don't know the pronunciation.
Okay. Nice.
Wanima.
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 You have to say it fast and like.
Wanima.
Yeah. There you go. You got it. You got the dialect.
But yeah, I showed it to Paul, to Paul, Miguel, and Dylan. They all got super excited about it. Like, I
Awesome.
could tell, like, the way it affected me, it affected them too, because I know apparently Miguel was in a musical funk too.
Oh wow.
And then he's like, dude, you just like inspired me, because this is like what songs I want to write about. Because the one song I sent them, I'm not sure if I sent you guys the same song, but it had like this AFI breakdown in the middle.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, oh my God, they're doing it.
Dude, that's so sick. I need to revisit this.
I'll show it to you when we're done. But like, it was
Listen
time,
to
like,
it more in depth.
I was like, holy shit, fuck.
Yeah, that's a great feeling. I love that. I love when that happens, when you can when you hear something and it just hits you, like
And you-
kind of like a ton of bricks, and it's like
It's like-
almost hard to describe.
Yeah, it's like
You get chills.
I got chills. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I know where that breakdown came from. I know, like, I've seen that, I've heard that breakdown before. I know where they stole it from. Because I'm not going to say stolen or influenced by. Influenced. Because when it comes to us musicians, we steal, like, what's a artist steal from everyone?
For sure.
For
yeah.
sure. And well, I guess the bad artist would steal a lot from one person, or like they don't change it a lot.
Yeah.
They plagiarize, I guess you could say. But the
Yeah.
good musicians, they incorporate those into other influences that they had, and they make something unique out of it.
Yeah, gotcha. That was actually the perfect way of putting it.
You know who taught me that? Like, how kind of explained it?
No, who?
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino.
A guy that's not even a musician.
Not even a musician, but
He's an artist.
He's an artist, and his way he goes towards films is that's how he does it. He's like, I remember watching this old school movie when I was younger, and like this car scene and stuff. I forgot what movie, and stuff. And you could see all the stuff he picks from different movies, but he like
Nice.
puts it all himself, and he does it his stuff, with a little flair that he does.
That's cool.
And that's when we were just talking earlier, when you were saying like, or was it, we, you interpret the genre for yourself. Like you have a bass line and you want, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, I'm going to try to do it myself.
Yeah.
Put my spin on it.
Yeah, true. Definitely.
And that's what he does.
Yeah, I think it's part of it is like seeing no boundaries in like what the music is.
Mm-hmm.
Because, if you just, like you said, if you interpret it as one genre and you just think, oh, this style of playing bass guitar or drumming can only be done in this genre. Or if I'm going to play this genre, it needs to sound like this.
Yeah.
As opposed to someone's like, like you said, kind of be influenced and like, I guess, in a sense, steal in an artistic way from multiple sources. Then you're creating something of your own.
Yeah.
You're not just simply like you also said, plagiarizing. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
You can like be influenced by a lot of different things, or you can just plagiarize one person and just literally regurgitate what they already did.
Yeah.
And then try to like claim it for your own. That's kind of what plagiarizing is.
Yeah.
Right?
And then like what pisses me off is like the whole, lawsuits between, was it Pharrell? And what's his name? Remember with that one song?
I don't know. Jog my memory.
It was the music video that had the naked ladies in it.
Oh man, Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke, yeah. Robin Thicke and Pharrell. They had a lawsuit.
Was it Marvin Gaye?
Yeah, it was Marvin Gaye with
Gaye's family sued them.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you can't get mad at someone for doing their homework.
I think the only thing about that is what we've discussed is that there's a difference between being influenced and then straight up copying. So where
the line, yeah.
Where is the line crossed? I haven't really listened to these two songs in particular, like back to back, to tell you like how close it was. So I don't know. Have you?
Yeah, I hear it, but I think it's more of a homage than a plagiarization.
Really?
Because you have someone who's like Robin Thicke and Pharrell's a top-notch producer. Like, he's the cream of the crop. He knows his shit. He knows what he's doing. Music is his life. And to say that he's plagiarizing, he wouldn't. And maybe if Pharrell wasn't
basing it off of his reputation, then, that he's Pharrell, so anything he does is like legit.
Yes. Well, okay, but like
that. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
straight up.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Pharrell, plagiarized.
I don't think if it was Pharrell, it was plagiarized, but I'm saying I'm using this as an argument, because I guess you could even say the same thing for a no name, someone that we don't know yet.
Okay.
But considering the facts that, let's say they account, this is Pharrell.
Gotcha.
And I'm assuming he wrote the song because Pharrell is a producer. I'm not totally sure if it was him, but most likely it was.
Yeah, or at least wrote the music.
But we play. He didn't do it stupidly. He knew what he was doing. He knew what the influences, the kind of groove he was going for, and I don't think he stole it. And even with the rhythm, there's only so much you can do with it before reinventing it.
So was the lawsuit successsull?
I think it was.
They had to pay out.
I think they had to pay out. I think so. But if it weren't for that one, and there was another one with Bruno Mars and
That's who I was going to bring up next.
Who was the what's his name? The guy that did it. It wasn't Bruno Mars that wrote the song. It was his producer.
It's on the tip of my tongue. This guy was a DJ. Came up, one of those old school DJs wearing the full Adidas suit, doing straight scratching.
Mark Ronson.
Yeah. There we go.
And then he got in trouble too for I forgot for which band, but there was a lawsuit. And it's like, oh, you copied. I'm like, no, dude. This is a total throwback song, a homage to the 80s and the music that it brought and what
Did they
it
actually get in trouble by, is it the rapper? For that line that they used?
No, it was the music.
It wasn't, okay.
It was the music.
Because they quoted a rapper in that song. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
Like a recent rapper. It was like a year before that song came out. Was a hit song. A one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
They took the same line and used it.
That's okay. Like,
just don't believe me, just watch. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's like a, it's, you watch Stranger Things, right? And
sure.
you've seen Stranger Things, right?
Sure.
It's totally like an 80s homage. You got like 80s callbacks to everything, like Steven Spielberg movies and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But it's like we remember the 80s and this is what made us who we are, kind of deal. Like the 80s are making a big comeback right now.
Okay,
in pop culture.
I can see that, yeah.
And people are like, this is what we grew up in, this is what we remember having fun with. Can you get mad at us for wanting to remember how it was?
True, I see where you're coming from. Definitely. I think so. If with that lawsuit we were talking about, if they were successful, I think with like legal issues, there is like they actually examine like the exact notes they use, right? And if it's like a certain number of notes like in a row, then they actually do have like the right to sue at that point and win money. But no, actually, I mean that's a good way to put it legally, because then it's like if you copied me note for note, X amount of times in a row, then I deserve money from you, which, for something like that, like that's a super mega huge hit and makes hella money on the radio. It's getting hella airplay. That's generating a lot of money. And they copied enough notes in a row that they could actually, like bring it up in court. Then I think they might actually have a case there. And if they were successful, then there's, there might be something more there, because like sure he was influenced, but if you, like, they might have crossed the limit. You know?
Yeah. But
at that point,
do you stop at melody? Do you stop at chord progression? Do you stop at rhythm patterns? Where do you stop at?
well, I think as like mega producers that they also should have known that, they have to go through a lot of processes.
Yeah. But
in order to get that, approved, they have a major record label and all that.
But that's
something
hard,
like
though.
that, like slip under the cracks. That's kind of crazy.
But then, a lot of people come with parallel thinking too, where it's like we came to the same results. And, as a musician, I feel like that's limiting where I have to worry about other people's music. And that's a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Because then I feel restricted creatively.
True. Yeah. In a sense. I think, yeah. I mean, if you just do it the right amount, like you mentioned Bruno Mars, my issue with him is, I mean, he's like a talented dude and all of that. I mean, the dude can sing and he can dance, like that's for sure. And he can hit those notes and he does them well.
Yeah.
But as far as his music, would you say his music is like ultra creative or represents this time and maybe even possibly, like it got a lot of commercial success. I mean, and that's what defines, he earns a Grammy for that, right?
Yeah.
Because of commercial success. But, and that's why I think the Grammys get a lot of flack, because it's like, what are we celebrating? Are we celebrating creativity or are we celebrating numbers? This was a mega hit, because I mean, if you would have asked me what represents our time better, Bruno Mars ripping off a bunch of 80s, early 90s songs, or Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
Kendrick Lamar.
Right?
Yeah.
Like if I were to say 2017, play me a song from 2017, and you play Bruno Mars, whatever his ripoff of Poison.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know where that's from.
Yeah.
Or is it just 2017 to have something that's a ripoff?
Yeah.
Because that kind of defines our culture at this point as well.
I never thought. That's deep, dude. That's deep. I never thought about that shit. Because if you want
think
someone,
about these things, man.
if you want to represent a time period and like what speaks for the time and age, and it's like Kendrick Lamar, you can totally,
Isn't that what we want to give album to the year to?
I agree.
In my opinion, like, is hip hop not the biggest genre on earth right now?
Apparently not.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just vocals.
Black Panther.
Wakanda forever. We need to give it to Kendrick Lamar. No. Well, I think a big thing at this time is vocals.
Yeah.
Everything's all about vocals.
Yeah, we're in a
Pop stars are just vocalists.
Yeah.
The music barely matters at this point, which is slightly disappointing. But
I have to send you this article later. It's an interview with Quincy Jones, and he's just talking about the music and how it's all shit now. he just shits on modern music. He's like, people don't know what they're doing. They don't do their homework. It's just
God.
I remember reading this other book, like How to Make a Pop Hit or something. It's like, you need a hook every 7 seconds. It may not be like a traditional like chorus hook, but maybe it's like the line in a song that repeats or something like that, just to keep attention.
Catchy.
Yeah, and right now we're going through a period of I would like the dark ages of music, I would call it a little bit.
Oh my God.
In pop music, because it's
in pop music.
In pop music for sure. There's just it's manufactured music mostly.
For sure. Definitely.
There's some outliers out there like Kendrick, who just know their shit.
Yeah.
I would call Bruno Mars out there. He's up there too. But when you say he doesn't represent kind of us, he does what he does very well.
He's a good performer.
He's a good performer. How do you
So like I think there might be a difference in this case though than like a creative musician and
versus
a performer.
Yeah.
Performer.
Especially a person speaking for the time era as it is, because when you really think about it, Bruno Mars is really he's not speaking for anything.
He should be in Vegas. He should just do a residency in Vegas.
Yeah, that's
and
the
do
kind
that
of
for the rest of his life. I'm fine with that.
That's
Does he deserve Grammys? I don't know.
Well, his whole team got a Grammy, right? Because his whole team did a good. They did a lot of good work. What they did their homework very well. Like, it's like the Stranger Things of
good
music.
Manufacturing, like you said.
Yeah, like they represented what made them who they are very well.
Yeah.
How do you feel about everyone getting mad at him for culture appropriation?
Yeah, I don't really know. I never looked into it.
Well, people are getting mad because he's from Hawaii.
Okay.
and I think he's half Filipino,
Oh, represent.
but he doesn't
I
really.
totally changed my mind about this guy. I love him.
He grew up in Hawaii. He's half Filipino, but he
Okay.
never. And apparently, I guess Hawaii is a really big Filipino culturally over there.
Okay.
But he doesn't really speak about it.
He doesn't speak about his Hawaiian culture.
His Asian side, apparently.
Or his Asian
Asian
culture.
side, he only, he's Puerto Rican. He's Dominican, or no, Puerto Rican, right?
So he's just straight up. He's a lot of things.
He's a lot of things, but people get mad at him for playing, quote unquote black music. I'm like, but it's music, dude.
I don't really fault him for that. I think he knows what he has to do to stay in the game.
Yeah.
Popular music right now, like I said, is hip hop, is urban. I mean, he takes things from it. I don't think he's trying to pass himself off as like some kind of like ultra like hard ass rapper.
Yeah.
Like out in the streets. Like,
He knows who he is.
Shooting people up and from the hood. So I don't really think he's trying to. I don't see that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't see him as that type of guy.
Because like I hear all these sides from different people, and it's like, dude, like, and everyone asks me, it's like, oh, what do you think? I'm like, dude, I'm a musician. I don't care. He makes music. He makes good music.
Yeah.
Let him do what he does.
For sure.
It's it's not his fault for not being black.
Well, so like music, sure, like music on the radio is like, it's not at its best right now. I think the music industry, like there's a lot of new stuff happening right now as far as like making money. Like we both know how hard it is to make money off music.
Oh, God, it's hard.
It's not easy for them too.
Yeah.
So they're struggling. They're flipping. They're flopping.
Especially here in the Bay.
Um,
It's fucking
What do you
hard.
mean?
It's hard to be a musician in the Bay, in my
it's hard
opinion.
to be a musician in the Bay Area.
The music culture is not that good here compared
Really?
to other parts.
No,
It's on the rise, but it's still not.
Try going to I don't know, man. Just be glad you don't live in Boulder, Colorado, or
That's true.
sorry to everyone from Boulder, Colorado, or what have you,
'Cause I mean-
Indianapolis.
'cause, like,
you
you
don't
go to
want to live there
places-
and trying to make music, Sergio. I like to see you do that.
Like, you go to Seattle, New York,
I'm just
LA.
fucking with you.
all
Are you
these-
gonna join a grunge band now?
Maybe. I just feel like, the Bay kind of divides us a little bit, which is weird to say.
All
Like,
right, interesting.
I
Please elaborate.
Well, like I remember going to LA a couple years ago, and I'm like singing this, and this guy was showing me like, yeah, that city's over here, that city's over here. That's
You know
like,
what?
no matter what direction you go,
If there is-
you go
I mean,
somewhere.
Let's not compare it to LA, because of course LA is like the music capital of the world.
Yeah,
At this point, I would say even more so than Nashville. Nashville's like country.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about music at this point in time, even punk music, like the LA scene it's thriving.
yeah. But like, I wish it were like that here too. And what's the issue? And
I get
feel
what you're saying. Okay.
like
Yeah. It could be better.
It could be better. And I remember,
Is it the absolute shit?
it's not the absolute. Yeah, it's not that bad, but it could be a lot better. Especially, I remember getting shit when I went to SF State. Be like, how do you not know the city? You grew up here your whole life. I'm like, dude, I grew up across the bay.
That's
I
a
don't-
shame.
Do you know that?
It's a 40-minute bar ride away, Sergio. What are you doing?
I figure that's a lot with East Bay natives though, that we don't really go to the city much because
Gotcha.
especially being an Oakland A's fan.
I'm born and bred in.
Oakland A's
San
fan being in
Francisco.
the shadow of the giant city.
You want to get into that, Sergio?
We're not getting to
You
baseball.
That might be its own separate podcast in its own.
That has to be. We'll get Alex Reyes over here.
Yeah. Oh God, it's gonna be a shitstorm.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
God.
sorry. I'll bring up one thing. I just saw the other day that. Do you see the parking thing they're doing for Battle of the Bay?
No, is it like $50?
So at Oracle, for the Battle of the Bay games, the little, I don't know if it's every game throughout the season or like only the preseason games for fun that they do, part of
Yeah.
spring training. Well, they're increasing the parking for, so it's regularly $20. It's
Yeah.
going to be $30.
Yeah.
But for anyone wearing Giants gear, it's going to be $50.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, but funny.
Yeah. Like, he said, even legal? Like,
I
you're
don't know.
wearing this type of hat, so you pay more money? Like,
I think that is legal because
that is legal.
No, that's legal. Giants fans aren't a protected class.
Protecting class?
Protected class. You
Oh, they're
just-
not a protected class.
You're not a protected class.
I see. That's very interesting. Like, what if you have a car with both fans from both sides? You have the guy with the A's hat drive, so you can get like the cheaper.
I would assume so.
Rate. Okay. Oh, here's the thing. You can pay regular parking if you're a Giants fan, and at the park attendant, you yell "Go A's."
Oh.
This is a real thing put on by the company. Like the A's president, whatever his name is, Dave something, Kunal. I'm butchering his name. Do you know?
Fuck, I don't remember, dude. I took a baseball year off as a kid.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Dave Kumar. I forgot his
A's
name.
weren't very pleasant to watch this past year anyway, so I'll let you have it. I'll let you have. Neither were the Giants. So
Who
I'll
did
let
worse?
you have that.
You guys did worse, huh?
We did worse.
Okay, that's okay.
There you go. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I guess it would,
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
That's pretty funny. That's
It's a
fucked up,
pretty
but pretty
coy
funny.
way for the A's to make more money. Like they're saying rivalry, but I know what they're up to. I see what's going on here.
We know who has
This is
deeper
why you
pockets,
couldn't
the
sign a
Giants
pitcher
fans.
This offseason. Anyway, okay,
Oh,
got
dude,
that out of me.
that's good.
Can we listen to some music?
Let's listen to
Talking
music
about
afterwards.
Can we listen?
We could put it in afterwards, because then I don't want to get
Can
like
we-
copyright issues.
Can we pause and like listen and then come back on? Because I want to
maybe.
talk about some music I recommended to you.
Okay, let me see if I can stop this. All right, ready? I think we're going. All right, we're back. We're on.
Sorry, wait. I'm confused.
We're just gonna call it.
So we're just
We're
going back?
done. Yeah,
Okay.
we're done. But
Thanks for having me, dude. And
Yeah, we listened to music, but we kind of lost track of time.
Yep, we just got
That happens.
we got lost in the sauce.
If we didn't have if I didn't have a family, we'd be here all day, and you know it. I once spent 4 hours at Guitar Center.
It's all good. We all got things to do.
Yeah.
But
We'll reschedule something.
well, not reschedule. We'll just
Or-
continue.
Yeah,
We
continue.
just barely scratched the surface.
Hell yeah, dude.
We didn't even get to my list.
Yeah.
My gigantic list.
That was a long. I'm gonna have to ask you what you're listening to now. Then.
You're gonna ask me right now?
No, I asked you what you're listening to now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just spit out everything you're listening to. Just spit it out right now.
Right now?
Just right now. Just
What
throw
I'm
it out.
Really into?
Just throw it out and just say it. Don't worry about any. Just spit it out.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to elaborate on it.
Don't worry about it. We'll elaborate later.
I know. Okay.
This-
Anyways, what I'm really into right now, I'll just say that my favorite record right now is the new Turnstile record.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm digging it. That's what I'm into. A lot of different influences mixed into one. It's fast. It's got a lot of energy. It's a lot of fun, and it's positive. So if there's one thing I would recommend is check that out and check out Triple Zally
Right on. Cool. Where can they find you?
everywhere.
Instagram,
We talked about
Facebook,
this.
Twitter.
Yeah, I mean we're pretty much on everything, but honestly, just go listen to us on Spotify. Just listen to the music. That's all I care about anyway. So
Right on.
yeah, that'd be sick. But anyway, thanks for having me on here.
Yeah, dude, it was fun.
Look forward to coming back. Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Maybe
We're
next
gonna
time I'll
come back
have
and do this.
better equipment.
We'll see.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of Audiolosophy. Thank you to our sponsors, Zetnom Sounds and True Force Fitness Wears. Remember to use that promo code AudioForce for 10% off at True Force Fitness Wear. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Again, thank you for joining me on my adventure through this crazy world we call life. Remember, folks, make it a great day or not. The choice is yours.